Okay, they just cash. Okay, that's one of them. What's going on there? Celestine has stolen. Celestine has stolen. Celestine has stolen. So, you see what's happening here? You see what's happening? Oh, Jesus. Police have entered the building. The police have entered the building. The police have entered the building. The police have entered the building, and they are throwing out their items, and citizens are rejoicing. Citizens are rejoicing, as you can see. They are rejoicing that the police have entered the building. And one of them was arrested, but because of the citizen action, the police have to carry the person back within because citizens were throwing stones at the person that they brought outside. So, let's see. Okay. Citizens are happy, rejoicing, and taking away these items. Citizens are taking away these items while the police are in there throwing the items out, and citizens out here are bossing the store. They are bossing the store, trying to move in the store. The citizens are trying to move in the store. They are bossing the store. So let's see the outcome of this. Let's see the outcome of this. 1 minute. Let's see the outcome of this. Citizens are trying to bust the store. I've been warned more than 5 times to be careful with my gadget. So I have to be very careful. Have to be very careful with my gadget because things are going out of hand here. Citizens are jumping, running to get within the store because the police have opened the store and citizens are trying to move in. They just opened the entire store and as you can see, citizens are trying to move in and see how there's I think, what's going on there? Okay. The entire store has been bust, and as you can see, citizens are within the store now trying to get their hands on whatever they can get their hands on and walk away with it. They are trying to get their hands on whatever they can get their hands on and walk away with it. That's what happened in there. You see, someone is coming out with cover. Someone is coming outside with tie. So the police are trying to pull out all of their items. The police are trying to pull out all of their items. They are trying to pull out all of their items. Is that a way we can go in there? Let's go. So, just careful. The police are pulling out all of their belongings, taking whatever they can take and walk away with this. Let's see if we can find our way. Let's see if we can find our way up there. Let's see. Let's see if we can find our way up there. Let's see if we can find our way up there.
I'll tell you.
So let's see if we can make our way in here. So these are the items these guys are burning and throwing out. So now,
Hey, Mike. Let's stay back here.
I was on here. I mean, okay, so we're trying to make our way within this building. This place is real tense. So they have school here. They have mosques here. So this place is very big. This is the underground segment of this building. This is the underground segment of this building. You see, police are trying to cross and enter the other angle of this building. And they're trying to get hold of all those that are within this building. This is the underground segment of this building. We have schools here, we have mosques here. So this place is very big. This place is very big. I go up now. Not a real. So, we're trying to make our way up. This is Spawn TV. If you're just joining us, this is Spawn TV, and I'm Jorizy Asa Prince Joe. I'm here in the red light belt, the commercial hub of Kingsville, where some group of people are resisting police arrest, throwing
So what comes to action here today? Are you, were you part of those who were sent at the police?
But why were you doing the building?
What were you doing here, friend?
You couldn't get it.
So what you can do here today? So because of this, you guys planned it, that's why you came here? Yeah. Because you're planning and you're going to tune today, that's why you came here? Then what brought you here today?
Your husband will not nobody, but without ready, the person will free the down.
You renting the building?
No, I'm renting all the way down way.
So why you can't do the building?
You are trying to get embarrassing you.
So you can't do the building?
Why have myself up there?
Oh, you hire say
Yeah. I'm trying brother.
So you what class? So what's your name? You got this, but you were not telling. Why is your hands up there? Your palm telling. Your palm telling. So why is your palm telling? He said that you were not throwing stone, but your palm is telling.
See my hand.
Yeah, but I'm seeing it. It's that you were throwing stone. What are you hiding in your clothes? Why you hiding?
Nothing. I get nothing.
So you didn't see the police this morning when they arrived?
I see police.
The operation started by 10. So this one of the person we just
Hey! The ones on the court, I'm carrying them down. For me. Hey, you! Hey, you! Hey, they charge them. I don't want to see them how they're going about it. All right.
So you
The first two, carry them down. Let's go.
So they're carrying the first two down. They're carrying the first.
What do you
Waiting you people out there. They believe that your action towards state officer is unlawful. What can you say to them out there, sir?
When I enter the thing that I
They are waiting.
then we need justice. I can't even come no
But you need to out there, you are
I say man need justice.
I
I say man need.
Get ready. So tell who are those people that are involved into the perpetual story of slavery? Tell us. Just show somebody.
Man, nobody now here. I just look at avenue. I can't let us sign
You are trapped.
Yes, you private like you are. So you know that. I just can't work with nobody now from me. I can't work with the people against
Okay, we understand. Didn't you see that?
That's the man.
So didn't you see the Labrador National Police this morning? You didn't see the police officer this morning? Since this morning you are ready. Since this morning.
So the police have put siege of this entire building, as you can see. Now the police. So let's look out there. See a lot of people out there, a lot of citizens out there are watching to see how many people were in this building and how many people the police have arrested so far. A lot of people have been arrested. A lot of people have been arrested. As you can see, the entire red light is jam-packed. The citizens all outside watching and waiting. What next? So the police have taken siege of this entire building, as you can see, and they are putting out all of the belongings of those that are in this building outside. Citizens are taking it and taking it home, right? So we are here. So we're trying to make our way down. A quick turnaround up here. This is where these guys were early this morning, throwing petrol bomb outside, throwing stones at the police. And citizens out there were also throwing stones at them too as well. So now the police have taken hold of this entire building. So now we are leaving because I want to be up here while the police are down there. It's risky, so we have to make our way down quickly. We have to make our way down quickly. We have to make our way down quickly because the police. Now, these are the people the police have arrested so far.
Go back, get back in. Go and control city.
Let's get our way out there. These guys did a very beautiful job here today by making sure that this entire situation was hindered. National Police did their job. They were able to move in and get those guys out and take siege of the building. So now the entire building, police is taking hold of it. Now they are trying to push the citizen back to give distance from the scene. So now this entire building now is being controlled by the sheriff and the Labrador National Police. But yet they are still making search. They are still searching the entire building to see if they can get hold of anybody that is within that building and hiding themselves. So they are still here.
So I want to ask, why are you people happy? Because the police came here and
the people will come.
So what happened? Yeah, what happened?
Now for now, anytime he is to me, the same place around here, so for now, for now, I said I want the government to take this initiative. It will be vocational school.
Stay tough.
We don't know that. First of all, I'm very excited to the community boys. They play a role. In Liberia, police are security. The former president said you should be security by yourself. You are not wrong by saying this. Walk across the border there and then the citizen keep behind you and speak by you and school by you.
Okay, thank you so much.
People out there. I'm kind of lots of people. I'm very excited this morning. And I'm very grateful. They want to see our business. If the people go to the protection, people are going to have it. Are you resident of this community? I'm doing business. I'm a superintendent for this.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So keep following this. So that's it here. The Liberia National Police have taken siege of this entire building, and they have arrested over 7 citizens from this building. So let's see if we can talk to a few citizens around here.
The gallon our boy. Also the tire. You are here this morning. I was here about 4 o'clock. Also the morning. This morning. The morning. All the men were getting quality up there. The men said a problem of war. And I remember one, the Muslim and Christian war at top place. They give on the same era and on that is spread. Are you serious? Very serious. Now get 100% evidence of that to proof that yes, the first Muslim and Christian war at top place. They came on here, and now the people want to bring the same war back. And now we don't want war in our country. Now we're working along with the police to make sure the people live on here. And if you say you buy the lesson 1973, I think go by the law. The law will back you up. You getting me? But the law come out and say you wrong. Get the people learn back. Until there's a war for you to say you will fight. But many of people get a habit of using violence into the country. And the country now, but then they feel that way treat our brother and sister in Guinea. They feel that why you have to.
Violence must be directed to you as an individual. Yes. But not Madigo people. Okay? So you cannot say Madigo people and say, oh, my neighbor are violent, they are not problem, my neighbor have the right to be in this country. So the only person that are inside there, now the police was telling the person of the police, go take people that probably coming in. So better and that would have been to be so. So that's the only disappointment that I gathered, but they were wrong, they were right to defend, or they were right to even react on the police, not to be invade. They were wrong. Okay?
Allah.
So that's it.
Allah, and when he's talking, I said Allah. I think that when he's talking, it makes sense. I was here about 4 o'clock this morning. You getting me? Right. If I tell you like people, I mean Manigo people full of violence, I mean that all over there going, the Muslim and Christian war started up on here. Like get big. So there's money. I saw the people with gas team. We call it say in the hand. They bring tire to the door and people say that anybody fire, no fire. Anybody throw right, no throw right. So I think, well, that war mean? That mean like you waiting for war. You're not waiting for peace. They use their fire by the process in 1973. Go to law. Let the law tell you, say yes, you right or you wrong. But now you're taking the law into your hand. You see the federal that was beating down there? There's a fellow who will get red glove on his head with a gas bundle. He's singing. The end of the day, he said, I'm ready to kill any human being. So you're born bagger. We talk about peace in the country. We talk about peace in the country. Now, few people will just come and say, rise up.
You are giving a story about this place
involving the Christian and the Muslim, but unfortunately, the police asked you people to come across. So tell a little bit about the history of the Muslims and the Christians that led to a serious riot in Markeville.
All right. One, today we tell people about manual people, they're violent and taking a big problem. Okay. The thing started simple. The first time, remember 2025, early time, I thought it took place 2005. Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. It ain't gonna be 2005 when our president doing that time, we all were running around. And started from here. Then the boys started choking tear gas and off on here. So today, if I see the same thing happening, my man runs straight on the back that happened, the path. So now we are telling people that the country is not country of law, it's not country of fighting, it's not country of law. So I think that we all, like, yeah, must respect the law of Liberia. You don't go Guinea, you go, you say you're not going Guinea, you will go to your place. Then why they can't?
How sure are you people from Guinea?
Okay. Well, I can tell you the people from Guinea. The Imam father from Guinea, the Imam from Guinea. I got present evidence of that.
But those that are within, those that we talk with within said that they are citizens, they were born in Liberia, and some of them are saying they are bastards, some of them are saying
Let me tell you, you know those somewhere in the country from making money go make a citizen. Huh? So anybody can today become citizen of the country. When that said there other people lie to us, that we know say we born, we grow here, we know much about the era. That I think what the police doing is a rebel thing. They are seeing people on the court. The same thing that they don't know to do. That's what other people do. But you legal procedure on it. And I think that's what I expect them to do.
So you believe that they are actually risking the life of residents in this community?
For sure. Now you can see a lot of stores are closed because of one individual that can understand. I don't know when on a diagram, you say, you understand. You see many areas are closed. So, there's single area that making other people better that going down.
who the individual that they went into a conversation that the person couldn't understand.
The Malian man who the Malian man is a man who gets out of go grand terror.
The Malian man is the owner of the building.
According to the Malian man, he said they follow, the Malian man follow, and the man follow, and then go into the deed. But the Malian man are criminal, and follow who's the error.
Alright, so thank you. Let's see if we can talk to another person, and so they can be able to explain to us what happened here, how this incident started. So now the police are trying to make way for traffic so that vehicles can now move to the web. But I'm making my WhatsApp and send it to me. 776 So now the police have made way for the traffic to move. Now the cat, vehicles, that are now passing. So now they are still bringing out more. They are still bringing out more. They are still making more arrests. Police still making arrests. That's one of them. That's one of them. That's one of them. Jesse. Where are those? We now met them. Why? What are you doing here, sir? Is that La Uda? They here for the group? You sure La in there?
He's the one. He's the one.
Or are they calling? So citizen allegedly saying he's the main person, he's the leader of those that were within the building throwing petrol bomb stones at state security. So they are saying he's the main man, and citizens want to get hold of him, but police are protecting him. Police are protecting him. Police are protecting him, trying to get him into another vehicle so that so these are the weapons. Can we view it? Can we see? So these are the petrol bomb that was thrown.
We see petrol bombs.
These are the petrol bombs that was thrown.
So like you see what happened to the officers. You see petrol bombs in that bed.
So the gas that they were using to burn this thing and throw it out of the building. To just take picture of the petrol bomb. To just take picture of the petrol bomb. Just open it, the bag, and we just take the picture of it. Please.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today here, I'm gonna be your host momentarily until Amy can show up. But as the saying goes, man, take a time, gather your thoughts, get yourself straightened up, digest all of these absolute convoluted situation in our country, Liberia, obviously, and try to make sense of it, right? Try to make sense of it all. And boy, oh boy, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start. The hate, the negative energy the absolute just being hateful. Just being hateful. There's no other way about it. You know, let's just say it for what it is. It's a sheer hate. Sheer hate. I thought we have graduated from that. I really, really thought that this new generation of us would have put in we would have graduated from putting aside all the tribal bigotry, all the tribal hate, all these religion, persecution, and all of that stuff, and just look at the bigger picture, that we are all of God's children, irrespective of what your beliefs are. I truly, truly believe that, irrespective of what your beliefs are, what religion you practice, what ethnic, like denomination you belongs to, it really don't make a thing. Because at the end of the day, we all bleed the same way. We all take in the same oxygen, right? I mean, none of us, it was not our decision to be born the tribe that we claim to belong to. It was none of us decision to be born into the religion that we subscribe to. All these things happened before we got here, but it is sad, man. It's really, really, it's frustrating, but at the same time, there is hope, at least, because with in the mix of all of these things, we can't lose the sense of hope. We have to, as bad as it's been seen, as ridiculous as it may look, seeing young people perpetrating such hateful words, hateful sentiment towards another group of citizens, it is absolutely mind-boggling. You would have thought my dad's generation, your parents' time, that these things were being perpetrated onto us, right? With the prevailing, access to information, and we living in a digital, time, you would think that people have actually educated themselves, right, to stay away from this kind of hateful thoughts and re-educate themselves. But unfortunately, that's not what is happening in Liberia. It's unfortunate, but again, hope is still there. Hope is still there. I'm not gonna sit here, I believe, like, oh no, I'm not. There's still hope. There is hope that we're gonna hang on to. We're not gonna let it go, right? Because I believe in Liberia. I believe that there'll come a day where and those things have started to manifest themselves. It's really not like before. So what we saw today is not indicative of the Liberia that we are all praying to have. What we saw today, it was just some of the bad actors and actresses that we're trying to wheel out, right? To get them out of there, get them out of the system. That kind of energy, that kind of negative energy, that kind of Islamophobia and all of that stuff, and just being absolutely condescending and just hateful and all of that. We don't have space for that, and we shouldn't have space for that, right? that will not translate into the Liberia that we want. It's not going to translate into, you know, the lack of roads that we have. It's not going to translate into the lack of hospitals that we have. It's not going to translate into, you know, the lack of health facility, you know, lack of educational institutions, vocational institutions, infant maternity, deprivation that we have, hunger, disease, hating each other, not gonna solve these problems. We're still gonna wake up tomorrow morning and say, have these prevailing circumstances that we all supposed to be battling, that we all supposed to be fighting, but yet we have the energy to start attacking each other. We have the energy to start telling each other who belongs to where, or who belongs to, or who came from where. Who give a damn about these things? Like, these are so Asian stuff, man. Who give a damn? Like, who give a damn where somebody came from? We are all God's children. God created this earth. Wherever you find yourself, you make that your home. And that's not to say Madingo people don't belong to Liberia. That's not to say that. But at the end of the day, man, who give a damn about who came from? Like, don't let people just live, man. People live lives, man, raise family, contribute to the social fabrics, contribute to the social making of the country, of the territory that you find yourself in. That is all to it. But for people to still have the mindset as if to say, hating on each other have brought in any development. If that hating that we've been doing in our country since 1847, what the hell have we achieved from hating each other? If hating would have brought in any solution to our many problems that we have, then what have we achieved? Have anybody ever thought of these things? I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous at this point that up to today's day, people have not come to terms with the fact that, we have to do better and we should do better, and not thinking about this hating each other. When we look at the great United States, do you know what made America great? America is great because at the end of the day, nobody gives a damn where anybody came from. All right? People don't give a F about where you came from. People want to look at what you can contribute to making this country great. And that's enough. And that's why no other country is like America. All right? Because America lost a lot of talents. They come here and they utilize those talents to add to the very foundation that their country continue to excel on. Right? But if we constantly just looking at people because of how they look, because of how they pray, or because of how they do things, and just try to, have that, then obviously we're not doing justice to ourselves, and we're not doing justice to the social fabric of our country, right? So at the end of the day, we're going to get into all of what participated to what is now a very, complex situation in our country, right? Like, at the end of the day, we have to allow the judiciary to operate within absolute, space of independence without any interference. We also have to allow law enforcement officers to have absolute control of crime scenes or areas of operations. How about we learn to do that, right? Amy, how you doing? So how about we learn to do that? Because at the end of the day, what I saw today was absolutely unrelegated scene, or scene that was absolutely uncontrolled. You're talking about people everywhere. You got babies, you got kids, you got adults, you got, everybody just in a way. How do you expect law enforcement officers to operate smoothly, to operate in a space that is less chaotic? I mean, like, look, this is my position. What we saw today was absolutely reprehensible. You know, like what we saw today was absolutely bad, right? But I have been a proponent of a strong, avid supporter of the LMPD, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at police forces that are grossly unfunded. I'm seeing a police forces that is absolutely lack of, proper gear, equipment to protect themselves, right? I see these things. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, people barely get paid, for crying out loud. So they are doing a bare minimum under an absolute complex, difficult situation, right? People talk about, and I'm not even going to go with this. A lot of people are come up with a lot of write-up talking about how the police allow mob to attack people that are within their custody. Okay, now, did the police allow that to happen? Yes, people were attacked while being sort of like, escorted by the police. But now you tell me, how many police officers were over there? You're talking about 3, 4, 5 police officers. How can 3, 4, 5 police officers protect, people that were being apprehended and escorted when you have 100, 200, close to 300 individuals? I mean, that in itself, it is a bad ratio that no officers can actually overcome. So I'm not saying, oh, the people are being assaulted in the presence of the police officer. My people, look, let me say this. I did not like this side of what I saw. But you tell me, put yourself in those officers' shoes. Are you able to control 400 persons when you are only 3 or 4 officers on a scene trying to escort people? I'm sorry, because the people you're trying to escort, that the people you're trying to hold, or people that are running to come and attack them. I mean, I like to see things rationally. We can talk about how that whole thing play out. Should the police have kept them in a compound there and cover reinforcement, or allow the crowd to at least be dispersed before bringing them out? That could be another argument that someone could pull forth, right? But either way, in that kind of chaotic situation, judgment of people are not the brightest at that time, because number one, they're trying to protect themselves in a mix of all this tuning and chunking and all of that stuff. So I mean, we're gonna have a lot to do with this, but that was just my opening rant, because I'm not gonna call it a monologue. As I welcome Amy here. Amy, also, how you doing?
Hey, Teray, thank you. Thank you for having me, Mr. Host.
You say on the left, then you say host.
That's what it
if you're on the left hand side, are you the host? If you're on the right,
yeah, Teray. About this whole situation that happened today, I think we talked about this stuff here before, about the way they went about, the court went about the whole eviction thing, right? And I also asked about some laws they claim to have in Liberia. I don't know when those laws are applicable to a situation, because I've learned that when someone occupy a land, right, and build structures and stuff on it for over 7 years, you cannot get them off that land anymore. They have to, I think, pay you or something like that, rebuy the land or something of that nature, right? So, and these people talk about the last time they had this, some people said that they've been on that land for over 30 years now, right? 30. So, and then we've seen that someone claiming to be the owner of the land. Now, what happened today, I'm totally against that, right? But I'm against the whole eviction thing. But that doesn't give anybody the right to be stoning, you know, to turn it into a war zone or whatever. And like you said, the same with bystanders, like, you know, occupying the whole scene, right? Like the entire red lights crowd, like everybody left the market and came on that thing. And the thing that had me sick to my stomach was that these so-called journalists that were there putting camera in the you wet trap, and I'm like, what?
Oh my God, yes. I mean, that was one of my talking point right there.
I'm not wondering how you asking him.
You what trap?
Why are you asking them? What are they? What trap? Have we gotten to this again? What does it matter? Should you be looking at what he's doing or be concerned about his trap? Why are you asking? And like, stop! I don't know that they don't know how to be sounding on these social medias when they brought it doing us. Oh, you what try? What you gonna do yet? So how you gonna? I'm like, oh my God, that was just so that just brought a bad taste in my mouth, because this is how we got here in the first place. That some of us don't even know anything about Liberia and don't know anything good about it. This is the same old thing, right? Why should this be a tribal thing? Why should it be the religious thing? Why can't it just be like the rest of the other land eviction that I can be going on around the country, around the city, right? People are getting evicted with a wrongly or wrongful eviction or whatever. It happening everywhere in Monrovia, right? And people are crying, and sometimes we come in, we talk about it. Again, that does not mean somebody should go be throwing stone and be fighting law enforcement officers. We always speak against that. But on the other side of the whole coin, there was a lot of things that were done that was just, just so wrong. And like you said, the police were outnumbered, right? And with this kind of a situation that's so big like this, that people are hurt, people are just, and then you go send, like you said, 3, 4, 5 police there. Now, if there are that many people that are there who are not supposed to be there, and I think the police need to learn how to tell people to stay away when they are doing policing job. They need to, even to when a car even have an accident, right?
Yeah.
Bystanders, like for people to even get to that car, to get those people who are hurt in that car out. It can be almost impossible because everybody can just be in the way.
Yeah.
And they need to start educating these people. This is not how things supposed to be done, right? Now, if you have that many people there and everything that was going on, it just kind of, I think it just kind of increased the whole situation, like worsen it. Yeah. Because while they were taking people there, you have people assaulting them.
Yeah,
that was totally wrong.
You saw the imam, right?
Right.
And let me say this, Amy, right? So basically, the way mosques are constructed in places like Liberia, right, or in Africa in general, like if you go to Barnabas Junction, my name's there. So the mosque is actually built in a residential area. So the mosque is there, and then you got residential, homes. Around. So when you call for an invasion in that manner, you literally, anybody that's within the vicinity become threat, right? And some of these imams, their houses are right adjacent to the mosques, or like right there, So, I mean, this is a very, a tedious kind of situation that people really need to focus on. And when they apprehend those people, they say, did you guys hear the police telling people to evade the place? But did you also put into consideration that there are homes over there too that people live like right by the mosques? So there are so many things. And then look, I mean, look, at the end of the day, man, some of the stuff that some of the beverages and just flat out, negative energy that are being put out there today by young people, like something that you talk about, asking a young man, what's your tribe? Like, have we not traveled that path before? My uncle got killed.
It wasn't a pretty path.
You know,
so I don't
my
know.
uncle got killed. Uncle
Why
Fumba Toure. My uncle Fumba Toure got killed at Salala Gate. Only because of that. Because of his tribe. Okay? So when we see young people that some of whom were not even born to have experienced the brutality and the horror of that civil war, asking these kind of questions, it is absolutely, I mean, it just takes us way back.
Yeah, I was just so sick to my stomach today when I heard that. And he kept repeating himself. I'm like, will you just shut up and turn that camera off? I'm going to journalist you. Where you live in? You what tribe? You did. I'm like, what? Has it gotten to that? Like, seriously?
That man caught. I mean, we but by the end of the day, man, look, I mean, at the end of the day, we still have a country to educate. We still have a country to inspire. And that's the reason why it's so important that every time we come on this show, we try to look at this. Because for me, I don't look at tribe. For me, because of my level of the kind of access that I've had to nuance information and see exactly, how these things tend to work out. And me being Americanized in my thinking, tribe don't bring anything to economic improvement. Like it don't bring anything like that to that. We come to this country, like as a Mandingo man, come to America. They people don't give a damn about whether I'm a Mandingo man or a Muslim or anything like that. What I can contribute to these great United States. That's what they care about. You know what I'm saying? That's all they care about. How can I make America great? How can I contribute my quota to make this country great? And for a very long time, we have not been able to really, really tap into that notion that this overly obsessed about, Mandingo people go to Guinea. Mandingo people, you're foreigner. Mandingo person. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to take my time. I'm not even going to energize that talking point, because if you read your history books, if you know your history, then obviously you and I, we can't have that conversation, right? About Mandingo people going back to Guinea and all of that stuff. Because the last time I checked, those territories were actually a walking space for everybody. Have you wondered why is it that you have Kisipo in Guinea? Have you wondered why you have Lomapo in Guinea? Have you wondered why you have Pelepo in Guinea? Have you wondered why you got Mano people in Guinea? Have you wondered that? Have you ever thought of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so freaking ridiculous that 2025. But anyway, I don't blame these people too, because the educational system is so messed up in Liberia. All the civil war that we fought, you would think that there will be something in a curriculum that teaches these children, what precipitated to this civil war, right? And languages, like what happened, and that's why, Amy, when a country is not fully healed, that's what you get. Look at Rwanda. Nobody dare ask anybody what's your tribe in Rwanda. That is a federal crime. You ask anybody your tribe in Rwanda, there's a farm attached to that.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Because just look at the man or the woman for who they are.
For what they're doing.
Their tribe.
Yeah. That action, that output, that should be enough. What does it matter what tribe? Well, you what tribe? You what tribe? I'm like, oh my God. I hope he go and listen to himself. He listened to that tape that the recording he's doing, and listen to it and hear how ridiculous and outrageous he sounds. Like, why should you ask him for his tribe? Okay, so now what is that supposed to imply? They, like, the last time we were watching that thing, they have other tribes that live in that compound too, that live in that area. It's not just Mandingo people alone. We talked about that something here before. You have other people that renting. They like they said, they have people, they have apartment in there, they have mouse, Then they had their apartment in there, and they had people renting. And one of the boys that were renting out of them, he was on Mandingo. He was there talking. Like how long the people have been over there. So why should you turn it into a tribal thing? You what tribe? That is ridiculous. You don't do stuff like that.
Well,
no one is saying that what was going on today, throwing stones and all of that. Yeah, that was wrong against the police and all of that. That was wrong. Very, very wrong.
Very, very wrong. Absolutely
that shouldn't have taken place at all. And the citizen, whenever the police are doing a job, they take over that whole place. Police need to learn how to stop that. Because what was going on today, too, people being assaulted in our custodies, that was wrong as well. That was a bad something you don't. And yes, I do agree that they were outnumbered, but if they are, told people to stay away, as if they're going to listen, right? But until they can start to do that, those things will not be happening. And like you said, to keep those people in the compound, keep them in there till the crowd go away or whatever before they get them out. Oh, I guess they weren't anticipating that either. So it's a sticky situation. But I think we should stop making this thing a tribal thing. Everybody who lives over there, they say who brought you? You know what I mean? So who brought you to Liberia? I'm like, Jesus, help me.
Yeah, well, look, at the end of the day,
I'm like, am I listening to this in 2025? Am I hearing this loud? Am I hearing it right? Am I listening to this? Like, seriously?
Country that been around 178, 79.
It's ridiculous.
We still talking about, you know what I mean? We 100 and plus years old. We still talking about, this identical thing. Yeah. What kind of value have this really added to our Liberian experience? You know what I mean? What kind of value have it added? We live in a region where there are Christians, where there are Muslims, living peacefully, amicably, with no issues. Have you ever heard of any Muslim war in Guinea, Muslim Christian war in Guinea, or Muslim Christian war in Africa, Muslim Christian war in Sierra Leone? No. All this noise when it comes from Liberia, because at the end of the day, there are people that absolutely have been on this obsession, about certain people, and I'm not gonna say like.
It's to be fair to the conversation, it's from both sides too.
Well, I mean, it is from both sides, yeah. But I'm telling you, it has always been amplified. You're not gonna see like what you saw today. You're not gonna see a bunch of Mandingo people on air verbally pronouncing, right, how these people are felt, how these people are Mandingo, whatever. So you're never gonna see that, right? There are biases. Every culture have their biases. You know what I mean? You have that in America. You have it with the whites and the blacks. People have their biases, but some people are very, very restrictive in their uses. And you got other people that are absolutely unapologetic, pervasive about it. Of course, nobody's gonna say Mandingo people don't have biases. Mandingo people do. Mandingo people have their. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm Mandingo. I'm one of them. I do. But to be absolutely hateful, absolutely just in the face every time something happens, it's almost like it's something that is always. And for people like young people, this is the thing I'm saying. My generation, we should not be the one riding on this. I can take it on my own community. I think we need to do better how we actually socialize, how we become more accepting, how we become more tolerant of others. You know what I'm saying? And not to be hateful. Because at the end of the day, I mean, like, we did a hating. We had a civil war that claimed almost 250,000. It's even more than that.
I know.
That was absolutely you know what I mean? More than that. Died because of this same thing. What did we learn? We did not learn anything. We did not learn anything. Because you got somebody in America here You know, I'm not going to call the name to actually give them any kind of rating or anything like that, but sit here and talk about how people should start arming themselves with machetes and all of that stuff.
I had to be the dumbest person in the world to say something stupid like
What
that.
started in Rwanda? That's the same thing started.
You just might arm myself with machete. Who the hell is that? Stupid like that.
That Radio Kigali, you have a bunch of talks sitting on Radio Kigali telling the Hutus how every enabling men should get themselves machetes and all of that stuff. And then what happened? 1992. You know, a group of people well armed with machetes they've been gathering this thing, truck of us coming in, supplying each other. And then what happened? They got on one fateful October morning and started wringing harm on people. You know, because of the same incitement, because of the same nonsense.
You're sitting,
you know, sitting in America, sitting in a great United States,
inciting violence in a country.
Inciting violence.
That is just wrong.
You know,
it's ridiculous. I don't know what that, and not everybody, you know, like the social media have given everybody that space that can just open mic and just open their phones and just say stupid stuff. But I think people should start reporting stuff like that. Yeah, it's freedom of the people that have freedom of speech. That is not freedom of speech. Inciting violence, like especially in a country that you know what had happened, and I'm pretty sure you are one of them. I heard that you were killing people, doing stuff like that. You don't sit and be inciting stuff like that when you got a bunch of drug addicts and you want to get out, they're doing all sort of stupid stuff. Stuff like that. I don't, my language, forgive me, y'all, but I just get so upset when people don't learn that lesson, and especially people that are supposed to be helping to teach people, when they're sitting there and acting like they don't know any better. It's just so sickening, and it just get me upset. Okay, we're trying to, from there one big old useless war that they had in our country. We're still trying to rebuild. we haven't even started yet, right? And then you have a bunch of people sitting and think that they're so superior to somebody else or to some other people. You can't do that. Everybody, and I think I was having this conversation with you where we're like a Fula guy that I think he was on BBC or something. That boy Kolokwa was stronger than you and I. Okay, he knows he was born, raised, and everything in Liberia.
Yeah, he probably hasn't traveled out of Liberia.
No. So, because his grandfather or his great grandfather was from Guinea, he's Fulao, and his name is Diallo. So, for some reason, some smart person said that he wasn't Liberian. So, what is he then? Born, raised, his dad born, raised, he born, raised, and everything. Like, what is he?
Yeah.
What makes you a citizen of a place?
But look at the Liberian laws.
Yeah, how will you look at a guy that I tell him that he's not Liberian? He's not white. He's a Negro like you. So how will you look at somebody like that and tell him that? And you can't tell that man anything about Liberia. Say my country that I love, I live, I go to school, I do that. Like, you couldn't tell him anything about Liberia, and somebody telling him that he's not a Liberian. I said, no, we need to stop this stuff. It's too like, this is way overdue. It's too late for this now. We need to stop it. I'm like, okay, so where are you telling this man to go? Like, let's say we be doing something like that America, right? Deporting somebody. Where are you deporting him to? Where does he know that you deported him to? So yeah, I think Liberians, we need to learn how to hold people for their character, for what they do.
Be like Martin Luther King, man.
For now for the where the language they speak or the way they pray. We need to stop that. It's about time we stop that in Liberia. If any Mandingo man does something wrong that is against the law, you hold him. Any better man does something wrong, any bassa man, any crewman, you hold him. It shouldn't be because he's Mandingo or he's Muslim or he's this. No. It shouldn't be about that. We are all human and we are all, citizens of that country. You can't tell anybody what else. I don't know what else to say about it because I learned every time, right? We singing these same songs, but then you would get up again, something stupid would happen. And then people will make like, let's say what happened to the Fula lady the last time. And then you have all the Muslim people coming making it out of religious thing, jumping in the street. That's some of the thing I'm talking about. And then everybody else got outraged, like, what the hell? This is about a woman being wrong. Why everybody jumping in the street and trying to make this? And then you got people that listening, come out and come in. They think about it is to see the worst thing that Muslim being brutalized. I just lost my whole respect for that one that day. Like, yo, who's all to be putting sense, leaders in people's heads to stop the nonsense and you sending to gain some kind of sympathy or some kind of votes for next election. Because some of these people, they're doing stuff like that, they don't mean it. They just do it for the politicking of it all. That's what it is, right? And then today, people are getting evicted. What happened? Things that happen all over the country all the time. Then you showing phone in somebody's face. You watch trap. What is that? What does it matter what tribe he is? Yeah, I just like.
Look. I mean,
you need to stop that.
So basically, you see, so I did not like the approach of the political leader of ACOP approach to that whole situation. I thought that should have been a teaching moment for that lady. But you see, sometimes things just have a way of literally like working themselves out. You know, when that Fulamo incident happened, you know, taking whatever she took to attack those officers with, and how they apprehended her and all of that stuff. You know, it was definitely and I still stand by my position. I thought it was a little bit you know, out of proportion, out of proportionality. And a week after that, we also saw similar incident with a lady, you know, who obviously she was not a Muslim and certainly not a Fula woman, and how she was apprehended, you know, and she visibly did in fact lay hands on an officer, you know, not talking about all of the verbal, insults and all of that stuff. But one can also look at that situation and say maybe the training that Gregory Coleman was talking about after the Fulham incident, the officer might have obviously exercised some of those.
That's what was happening. I was going to say that.
Right. So you can use that. And like I said, I will always try to be objective in my analysis. You can say maybe after that training of that incident, the police officer, and you could see the police officer.
You could see clearly they don't have to say. He said because now they will say, "Oh, the police doing it." The police.
Exactly.
So incident, that's why they were behaving like that.
So these are stuff that I look at. I'd be like, you know what? Our country, we have not come out of the woods yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like we are still, you know, we still there yet. People might think we've been out of. You know, obviously with the silencing of the guns and all of that stuff for 20 plus years, alhamdulillah, hope that continues for eternity, you know. But Amy, the bigger threat to Liberia is the unemployed, useful population that we have in our country. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the biggest threat that is looming over our country. And until government can find a way, because you saw these guys, this dude said because he had heard that the police were going to exercise that evasion stuff. He got to the scene 4 a.m. in the morning. Now you tell me.
So he had work to go to
around 12.
If he had a job to go to, he gonna be there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so try to make sense of that. So did you anticipate something that you will get there 4 a.m. in the morning on an evasion that was staged to happen at 12? Come on, man. But it just
lying.
This guy had nowhere to go, especially from his appearance. You would tell that he's definitely has absolute no job, that he will get to I mean, how unsafe that place is. Obviously, I mean, better now on Joseph Boakai than we are, because I drove through red light at night, and you pray to God that your car should not have any problem. You know what I'm saying? But this guy can go there 4 a.m. So it tells you a man like that saying, I got here 4 a.m. I got here 4 a.m. because I knew the Mandingo people, they were planning something. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is just insane that people have the kind of energy. But I also speak to the fact that people don't have jobs. And when people don't have jobs, what? Crimes become their thing. Every little thing create a scene. We be driving around here and there's police operation. But because I have to go to work. I don't have the leisure time to watch and see police handcuff somebody. I mean, a police come to raid a house, or my neighbor got a problem. Who give a damn? I'll probably just go over my blinds like that and just say, oh, okay. Nobody get time to go stand outside. Like literally spend 3-4 hours just watching police carry on something. But when people have job, they will not have these things to do. So job. They need to invest. The energy, you see, for me, I believe our energy are misdirected. You got lawmakers then that are looting the crap out of our country, getting the exorbitant amount of salaries and stuff like that. And people say, oh, but Toure, all you're doing is just inciting people against lawmakers. But let me tell you, if we cannot find a way to regulate some of these benefits that these guys take and have some now flow onto these youthful population, then we have a problem. Number one, they are uneducated. They don't put any money in the budget to advance them in any skill whatsoever. The schools that they're going to, those schools are grossly underfunded. Mm-hmm. So how you're not giving them the right informations? You like what do you have? You got a bunch of uneducated youthful population. They don't know their right. They don't know their, man, we have a problem, man. We have a serious problem. That is more than what we have now, because nothing like no disturbance will come in our country, because we all tired of this shit. We're gonna have little semblances of these things happening because we are human beings. We're gonna have these things. Like in this case, this was a civil matter between two families that happens to be Mandingo families and Muslims. This has absolutely nothing to do with the vast majority of Muslims and Mandingos. But look at that Spoon reporter. At first he's saying Fula people. Then he's saying Mandingo people. Now he goes as far as saying, oh, I'm hearing that Mandingo people are calling other Mandingo people to come. Bro, like how? Like how? A reporter, man, like what is wrong with you?
These so-called reporters, they need to learn. They need to learn how to do that reporting. I won't say that. I won't call everybody, because today everybody's just picking up their phones and becoming journalists. So I'm not.
Oh my God, man!
You will never see T-Mas doing stuff like that.
No, absolutely not.
You would never see who else that we knew was little in, like, people like knew that real journalists in our country. You'll never see them doing stupid stuff like that.
No, they will not. They won't.
But somebody holding phone, because especially these 50%. You know, when we have money right now, we can put some boys in the street and be there. Neither and shit.
That report us. I report.
We are creating our own reporters. They are journalists now. That's what's going on. You have all these talk shows. They can have journalists in there. Now, not talking about Nelson and Dominic. Those are, you know.
Definitely. Nelson. Oh my goodness. Nelson Diamond
and stuff like that. But the rest of them, I'm sorry, but
there's one out there today. I mean, drop the ball.
That these people ask you, be like, "What? Where did you?" I'm not a journalist. I can even do better than that. Like, what are you getting this from? Especially the part that somebody will explain themselves, right? Explain everything. Then after that, they ask the person the same question. I'm just done. I'm done. I'm not going.
And I was seeing him between Ellie and Jim Goode Flomo. The old man said, "What kind of man?" He said, "I'm trying to tolerate you. That's a professional thing to do." No. I was just in the old man mind, right? I'm like, old man saying, "I'm trying to, you got camera on me, obviously.
Yeah.
Now I need to, apply some constraint to answer your question." The question was, "So why are you here?"
He said, "Why you are here?"
Why are you? He said, "I thought you said you retired from."
Why you are here?
What brought you here? He actually said, "What brought you here today?"
Look at that. You gonna ask me like that? What brought you here? Well, because somebody said they retired from politics, so nobody can invite them. Did you see them go and tell you said they're about to run for office? For this office or for that office, then you will ask them. Say,
I literally said, "I'm not actively engaged."
Yeah, somebody invite them. They are.
So
okay, let's say Judge Weir. Judge Weir is still in politics. But let's say he said that he wasn't, right? And then his CDC, he left that with something. And CDC having something, they invite him. Then somebody said, "Oh, why? What are you doing here?" I thought you said you're not. This is my party, my former party, whatever. They having something. They invited me, and I'm here to grace the occasion. What's the harm in that?
Mm-hmm.
What does that have to do with me not being in politics anymore?
That was not enough for James Goode Flomo. He wanted to know what the Oma doing on the vicinity of the Unity Party headquarters.
Yeah, I don't get that.
So when Bill Clinton and I retired from politics and Barack Obama, and
we always see the Democrat Barack Obama always campaigning for people.
I just want to report them, man. Yeah. But you see, Amy, I feel like with a network like Spoon, I mean, like you would think that they will have some what we call some tutorial on the side, at least to train that reporter what to ask, what not to ask. Like just basic media ethic and law kind of, stuff like that, like we have like, like we that work in this country, at least we go through what we call, annual trainings and developmental, programs, sessions and lectures and stuff like that to enhance our work and enhance our understanding, of the field, because obviously there are a lot of nuance to journalism and being a news reporter and stuff like that. But if you go on there, you just literally going off the rip, like with no. I mean, talking about was it the Fula people? Because we all know that case is between the Camaras and the Keita. So no Fula, you didn't hear no Barry, Jallo, Balde. So you didn't hear none of that between the Keita and the Camara, right? Then you go start asking. And I don't like when people use the general, like I'm Mandingo, but I'm Toure. All right? I want me to be judged by my name, not my tribe. So don't say Mandingo man. No, say Vakabine Toure. Or say Batala Toure. Because that's the name. A lot of you know me by now because that's what I keep pushing on your screen on both YouTube and Facebook, right? Don't say, oh, they Mandingo guy, they Mandingo. Nah, don't do that. Because it just don't sound civilized.
It doesn't.
You know what I mean? Or they basa get, or they mano get, or they gio guy. Like it just sounds so uncivilized. Like call the person by their name, not their tribe. Right? If we do that, we will all be a better people. Because when you do that, you are separating one bad apple from everyone else.
Yeah.
Like if I go ahead and fucked up, that is just that responsibility should be on me. It should not be all my tribe of people representing me should not be affected by my ignorance.
You acting like a man and getting out of character and being a
you know what I'm saying?
Fool. It shouldn't be all the Mandingo people.
Yeah.
Whereas acting like an a-hole.
Exactly. Say that Toure guy there, that Toure guy, that Vakabine Toure guy from Batala, right? Say that. That would be me. Let me deal with that.
We'll come together and say,
my tribe should not be carrying the burden of my stupidity, right? So let's try to do that, shall we?
That's a fair point, because to where nobody, I don't think anybody will see a few better people or few Basa or Gio people acting stupid and they say, oh, all the better people in there, all the Gio people, all the Basa, nobody want that.
No.
And people from that tribe, they won't feel right too. Because they say, well,
I don't think it's fair. I really think that's something we need to push. I think because if we do that, then when you attack a group of people like that, then it becomes all of their fights. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. You don't do that, because even if they're not thinking about it, the other people who are not thinking about it, once you say that, it's kind of giving them you're calling them to, it's kind of like calling them to come to a fight, because when you keep saying making it out of Mandingo main thing, that Mandingo people and there people that you don't do that.
And the funny thing, right? The guy that I was talking about, how he got there 4 a.m. in the morning, he was able to really give a synopsis of what the cause of that. He talked about how the Keta man is the one who he knows the story.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was talking about, that the Keta man refusing, because that camera guy, that is a guy that I know. He from Philadelphia here.
Okay.
He literally just left.
The one that's taking over the property now?
Yes, Sekou Kamara. He from Philadelphia. Yeah, he married.
Where the hell he been all those time? And they said when the Keta dude was living, the old man was living, he never showed up to claim any property till after the old man died.
Well, Amy, whatever belongs to you for you, though. It don't matter how long it takes.
I know that, but there's a law in Liberia, like I was just saying to you, that said when someone build a property on your land and you let them, right, stay there past 7 years, you can't take them off that land anymore. They have to like rebuy from you or whatever, something. That's what I heard about that law. So when I heard this thing happening, and then how long these people have been on these sites, so with them, has there been an ongoing fight for 30 years? Or, if not, then when does this law come into play? Because if these people are saying they've been on this land for this long, this length of time, then why would you? Look at those things they're on there. Look at those properties on that land. They're not just 10 years old. They're not 15 years old either. They are older than that.
Oh yeah.
So if there's a law there that says that, and I'm not saying anybody should infringe on anybody's property, right? But if there's a law in the country that says that, when do you go by that law? That's all I would say. I don't know these two families, and
I think that case is a little bit kind of I
unless
think
it's
it was more like
here that we don't know about.
Right. Like I said, man, I don't like to submerge myself into.
But another thing too, Ray, I don't care how much something is land business is, right? I think when the court has given you the right that, yeah, this is, truly your property and people are still on that land and living there for that long, I think you should, at least the court should something for them to give the people like a year, 6 months or a year to get out, right? You don't just show up. Some money because they gave you one of the kids last week and this week just show up? Or you just tell the person, oh, I'm coming next week. That's a little bit inhumane, don't you think? Like,
well, yeah, but at the same time too, I mean, you have to look at it this way. I think the reason why this land case is almost like, being blown out of proportion in other people's view, or at least in other people's eyes, is the fact that you have a marks attached to it, and when you look at places that have, that stand to, have certain sentimental attachment to, those places now become absolutely, a fight that anybody can see themselves. Because if you're a young man that grew up in that area and you've been going to that marks for about 20 plus years or something like that, right?
Sorry, say you went to the school like that.
Who? Sorry.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry, I'm living now for that place.
So you know what I mean, right? So when you see that, like a school, let's say the school you went to, and for some reason family you're gonna say, I want to break this school down, and you have some of your childhood, you know what I mean, like some of your upbringing and time that you spend on campuses, like little corners and stuff, like you have some sentimental and let's say like a real feel and attachment to that place. Then when somebody comes and say they want to demolish that kind of place, on what you term to be some frivolous, court ruling and stuff like that, even though that there's
who
absolutely
gets to decide that, right?
You know what I mean? Like it gets really, really hard. So I can understand the sentiment attached to it, but I also under no circumstances, like we saw it with the CDC headquarters.
Yeah,
for you. The marks is just a symbol. You can leave that property and go buy another mosque. The beauty of Islam is, and I'm pretty sure every religion is that, you can worship God anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like
something the church is not
right.
Building, it's the people.
Exactly. So you want to build that for your own comfort, and you can create that comfort anyway. You can go buy another one somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So if you go to school there or whatever, if that's not yours, you don't fight for it.
Yeah, because there is no reason for people to kill themselves, or at least, bring chaos upon.
And it was crazy to they throwing like petrol bombs.
Right.
You could have burned people's houses.
For people to engage, kind of thing because of a mux. Look, hey, I'm a Muslim. At least I try to pray 5 times a day. I fast. I do everything.
Confession time.
At least, But you see, God we. But look, let me say, at least I try to pray. Because none of us are perfect, Amy. Because I'm not gonna come here and say, I'm not. But at the end of the day, the papa know me better than I know myself. So I can't kind of be showboating on people here, telling people, oh, I can't miss any daily prayer and stuff like that. Nah.
No, that be striking you right now.
Right. So you see, they say God say, if you deny me in public, I'll deny you. Or if you lie, I mean, that shall not lie, right? But there's the thing, Amy. God is telling you that is my house. Anybody want to destroy it, let it go ahead. Anybody want to break it down, let it go ahead. Because you can worship me anywhere. You know, you can worship me. I will listen to your cries. I will listen to your joys.
Even
I
in
will
your
listen to
bathroom.
your prayers. Anywhere. What are you doing in your car? You doing it in your basement? You doing it in your living room? You know what I mean? Excluding the bathroom. But anywhere you think that
You
it
can
is
go in the bathroom
appropriate.
too.
I mean, that's a little bit kind of convoluted for me, but you know what I'm saying? But but it is like anywhere that you feel appropriate to call on God, God is there to listen to you. So I would look at the sentiment, the sentimental attachment to that mosque and to that community, to the school. But I mean, when someone said that they're land and they want their land the way they want it, you gave them their land the way they want it.
Yeah,
You
I
say,
would.
oh, but the cameraman are Muslim, he wanted mosque to go. Yeah, the cameraman are Muslim. The cameraman, the reason why he wanted mosque go, that between you and God. That one, that not your business. That the man father property, and that's how he wanted, you know. But let me tell you this, though. There's the element that people are not talking about. People are saying, but what's up with the Muslim Council? What's up with the Mandingo like leadership or whatever? These people got engaged actually, like Honorable Cabinet Jane, even Imam, the chief Imam Cry, got involved. So the people really been working out. But the thing is, the only person
between the two families,
between the two families, they were trying to, like mitigate, to find an amicable solution to the issue. Where some of them were even told, if because you got people, a lot of rich people in abroad, and they got land everywhere. Some people even promised them to relocate them and give them land for free, so that the issue cannot be escalated to the level of bringing chaos in the country. Because nobody wants chaos in the country. Look at what happened. The economy is already bad. Then people could not do their business in that area. Do you know how many money that people lost today?
Well, some of them wanted to do that business, Toure. Some of them wanted to be nosy. Some of them wanted to come and
they could not do it because those mob and those thugs are out there. They were there to loot.
So I seen a store open, right?
Yeah,
a store like that was one of the store on the land.
Yeah, they did.
Why were they breaking it open?
Because because they want to loot. So all the people out there, they wanted chaos.
Who did that though? The people who went to do the eviction, or
I don't think so. Why the police are busy trying to do other things. Other people they're trying to get in.
Oh no, but they need to arrest people then, because that's just wrong.
Oh, good luck trying to arrest people. Good luck. I mean, it's bad, man.
That's crazy. What happened to it was really, really bad. Me seeing petrol bombs, I just thought about Ukraine.
I saw that coming.
Russians were coming in, and these people they had, so much, and the president was telling everybody to fix their petrol bomb and stuff. Then, like, anybody, and that thing had me so sad. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, when I see those things flying through the windows, I'm like, what is going on?
Actually, whosoever were in the fence throwing those things out, it was absolutely disgusting. And you can't do that because number one,
I was asking how far you think you're gonna go with this? Like how
you can't win that battle.
Yeah,
you can't win
you're
with
just putting yourself in more trouble. But because that you're not keeping.
It was bad. It was bad because you could actually see that there was stone being thrown from the fence.
As they came out, fire were burning, and you had to call the fire.
Petrol bombs were being thrown out of there. I don't know why people believe that they can actually challenge a state.
I don't get it.
This state got more resources than you.
You'll cause a little bit of damage, but
they still got support more than you, especially
still
a government that is well supported. You know, so like there are certain things, and this is why I always tell people, man, you have to always look at your strength, your weaknesses, and your opportunity.
You gotta choose your battle.
That's the slot, analysis right there. I mean, you gotta pick your battle, man. There are certain things that you see everything happening around. You say, no, man. That's what Bob Marley said. He who fights and run live to fight another day. You know what I'm saying? You say you see the situation, you say, oh hell no. You know what I mean? That's what Kevin Hart said. He's not the kind of guy. He's not built like when somebody just come and just hit on his girl, like smack the shit out of his girl out of club, and he just jumped to fight the person. I said, no, man, you don't do that. The one you need to investigate. What did she do?
I get your butt kick.
And that's exactly what he said. He said, look, man, if you mess around and then he said the B word, she's crying and then you crying, somebody got to drive. So somebody got to drive home. So sometimes you need to pick your battle. Sometimes you need to look at the scene, make sure the scene is safe.
Seriously.
You know what I mean? And then make sure the scene is safe, because if the people have any family members outside there that are calling on the cell phone and say, my man, if you guys knew the kind of crowd outside,
you would stop at nothing you're doing right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to make any light. I'm not trying to make light out of the situation, because I mean it's a bad situation. But sometimes I just don't like when people put themselves, precarious.
But yeah, I was saying stuff to that. I said, I wonder how long whoever in there throwing that stuff. I wonder how long they plan to keep this up.
Besides,
how far they think they're going with this? Like,
I don't care how many rag you think you have in our fence. You don't have more than what people have out there.
People are gonna run in that building.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't give people the reason. And I'm not saying it is okay for people to take law into their own hands, or at least try to be law enforcement helper, But if you know the situation, you know the country, you saw what happened to Terra, right?
Yeah.
That by-election where they get near, they got killed. At our campaign headquarters. So these things can happen in Liberia. When people get energized and people got riled up and all of that stuff, people do some very bad, dangerous things. But you don't want to give the people the reason to do that. Is it right for what they do? But because we cannot control them. You got posted burning like bro. Even no school posted burning.
Yeah.
You tell them to use condom, they say no. You don't have a job, but you still making babies. I don't understand it. That is one of the worst calculations that anybody can really tell me.
They say God still go out there in the world and be fruitful.
You don't have a job, and you're not somebody who want to take advantage of God planet Earth, and try to make farm. You people have deserted all of the counties, and everybody now moved to Monrovia. Then the old man and the papi then are in a rural area where when people used to be visiting these villages and stuff like that, all you need to worry about was maybe carry tea material then, right? But now you're going to the rural area, you're carrying real oil now.
Nobody like to do the real oil anymore.
You know shit is so fucked up. when you go into the village now, you're carrying pepper and salt. And I mean, obviously, salt was something that people carry, right? But when you start carrying venison and get it in the interior, then you know where I've
That
gone
picture
wrong.
is not picturing.
You know, then you know now that really, really things have gotten really, really bad. And that's the state we are in now, Amy. When I visit my mind Batala, right? I mean, and Batala is not actually like a village like people, you know what I mean? Like it's not, you know, it's really
Where
not.
is it on the road?
Exactly. So
Is there?
oh yeah, it's literally on the. I mean, yeah, it's on the mid, like the like the highway pass through there into Ganta and stuff like that. But it's really big. I didn't even realize how big Batala was. My estimation was when I was little, like oh yeah and everything. You know what I mean?
What
Because
you
I'm
use
walking
this?
around. But when I make that trip to Ganta and then going all the way now, I just saw the town. I was like, whew. Yeah, see, this
Maybe
is what
it grew because maybe no. When you were younger, right? Things in your eyes that used to look big in your eyes, right? As you're older now, it's different. Because I experienced that too. When I was in Liberia, there are a lot of places I seen that I thought was really big or that I thought was really far. Like to my grandma village during the, can you imagine we ran there during the war? So why did I go there 2023 and went to this village and I felt like I was in a suburb of Monrovia? It was just only 30 minutes. I'm like, this is not true. This used to be so far. Like how come? So you know, as a little child, like you see things differently.
No, but I mean, they
and it's right on the road too. To where, and I told you, I used to be going to the forest. That's the memories that I had sitting like in America, yeah, right. That I used to go to the village, in the forest, and so then I'm like, this is right on the road. 45 minutes from Monrovia. This is not a village. Like that's how I felt. I felt so stupid. But right after you pass by Cotton Tree, like less than 15 minutes, you're there.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, this is not where we. But I remember some things in the town, right? I'm like, oh, I remember this. I remember, but why is it so short? We didn't even spend 1 hour to get here. And I used to think that we really used to travel a long way to get there when I was little in Liberia. That's the mentality there. I'm like, wow, that's messed up. As a child, you get your eyes or your memory, whatever, they lie to you. And once you're grown up, now you see something from a different, you know.
Yeah, but you also have to put you also have to place in mind that you've been in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You know, you have seen bridges like Ben Franklin Bridge. You know, you have seen, you know, all of these like large structures and stuff like that. So when you move back, all of those bridges that you thought was big, and then you go see them, they're like, damn.
You
know, exactly right. So that was part of my thing.
I
like
it used to be wider. I thought it used to be bigger. Like,
because you used to see
the river you left here. That's the thing. Like, wow.
Yeah. That's some of the thing that happened to me when I was younger in Kigedu, that's Guinea. And there's a time Guinea border Foya. So it's like when they constructed a bridge there, because we had an older bridge. I mean, so we had an old bridge that had been there since Secretary days. Then they built a new one. And the newer bridge was like twice the size of the old bridge, right? That was a big thing in Gigodo. Like anybody that grew up there, it was almost a big thing, right? But even when I traveled back in Africa 2018, mind you, that bridge was constructed right in I saw that bridge. I saw the engineer laying in the water, doing all of that stuff, like saw it. And when they opened it, you know, it was an excitement. When I saw that bridge, Amy, look, it looked like this.
You're like, wait a minute.
I was
Did
like,
it supposed to be
yo,
breach off or what? This is not the
damn.
one.
I was like, what happened? Yeah, I was like, ego. You see, when you start seeing BBT there, and even someone told me, they said, look, Ture, hey, you in Pennsylvania, right? I say, yeah. He said, they traveled to Texas.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like,
in Texas?
when you travel to Texas, you go see churches there.
It's like 5 of those ones that over there, like,
yes.
Yeah, this is what I said, right? Like, when we moved here, I was like, these people have a lot of land here to be wasting like this. Like, they have a building for what? 5th grade and 6th grade, right? They have a building for kindergarten to 4th grade. To where when you see these buildings, it would be like colleges in like university, like big or humongous, like wow, they wasting all this space. Wow, the building another. Why can't they just have these? But this, that's how they live here in Texas. They have the different schools and stuff. And I guess they had to be land to be wasting like that. But it's so huge, like big. They're even bigger than the middle school. They're even bigger than the high school in Philly.
Oh yes, so much. Oh yeah,
big buildings. I went to my daughter's high school. I'm looking like, why would it make this place so big like this? For what? Yeah. Like, what are y'all doing with all of this space? But that's
somebody told me to say, when have you heard a cliche that says everything big in Texas? He said, look, the person who said that, they weren't lying. He said everything is big in Texas.
Yeah. Even the church that I go to, right? When I went in that church, this big old building. Now, the church has upstairs. They have the downstairs. The downstairs not even full, right? And then you have the up part is big up. I'm like, okay, y'all just be doing too much now in this place. Like, why do you need all of this space? Like, for the sanctuary, and then you have different spaces in that building for different things. And when you stand outside, you don't even, it doesn't look it, right? But when you get in the building, to where you get lost in the building. I'm like, wow. So my son went to the children's church, and I was in the main sanctuary. After church, I went looking for my son. So they told me to go upstairs. I was in those people's hallways, like back and forth, all over the place looking for my son. And then when I got in the place he was at, it was like a whole movie theater. Like they had games and stuff up there. Right. So my son loves to go to church, right? Yeah. So when I said we're going to church, and he can say, which one? When I was going to the American People Church, or we're going to the African People Church, or we're going to dance and sweat our head and out. So when I said we're going to the African People, can we go to the American People Church? I said, yes, so you can go play the game. Jesus is not in that game room. We're not going there alone. He just gets so mad. He loves it in there because that's all they do over there. They have this place. I said the Sunday school teacher, I said, how are they learning anything about the Bible in here? He said, oh no, we have the time to do that. And then after that, we let them play game. I'm like, okay, because every time I comes in here, he's on some kind of game, like, you know, sweating and playing games. So, but yeah, they have time. And then when I went, he showed me all the kids' Bible and something there. And it's just like a lot of space, like big, in Texas. It's just everything is just humongous in this place. It just, but now I think they're trying to mention the land because a lot of people move in here.
Oh yeah, I mean, the everything definitely is big in Texas. I mean, look at that football stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that college facilities. If you look at the if you look at Texas A&M, look at that stadium.
That is huge.
You know, I mean, it is absolutely massive, man.
So we went to the Eagles game here one time when the Eagles were playing the Titans, right? Yeah, we won it. So that was the same year that the Phillies were playing the World Series too, right? With the Astros. So I didn't know that it had people like really travel with these team, right? People, retired people, or people who have all these monies that travel with the team. So we filled that stadium to Ray. The stadium was so huge. But guess what? The Eagles fan filled that place. I thought we were in Philly. I swear to God. Because they had people that came for the Astro game, the Phillies and the Astro game and stuff. So that was my first time going to the game. When we got there, I'm like, okay, so how do we see the people? Do I need a I'm gonna have to see them or whatever? And I'm like, but then luckily we were closer to the something. But then country again up on my shit. I'm just like, this place is huge. I'm like, this place is big.
Oh, yeah.
Just looking around, like, the link is not this big, even though it's big, but this place is bigger. Like, yeah, it was huge. But guess what? The Phillies were in that play. Like I thought we were in Philadelphia. But yeah, that's Texas for you.
No, it's big. Everything definitely is big in Texas. I heard that there are rules and are big like that too. Yeah, I heard that rules are humongous.
Yeah, but so with this whole thing back.
look at Lin Lakbo. Lin Lakbo, man. You and I can debate on this, bro. You and I can debate on this, my brother. At the end of the day, it's called social.
Oh, that's when you said people don't have money, but they're having babies.
No, you're right. So Lin Lakbo, I think we can definitely have a conversation on this. Talking about, I agree, it's not contingent upon being rich or poor. But at some point, if you are poor,
those are the people that have more babies, right?
No, if you are poor, you have to be responsible, Amy. Look, this war is not like our parents or our grandparents' time. Our parents' time, it took a whole village to raise a child. But I think it does not apply now today.
Yeah, it took a whole pet of fire.
Look, exactly. So I have a daughter, right? And I'm telling you, right now, some of my challenges now is how to get out of school, pick out of school, take off for games and all of that stuff. The dynamics have changed. So I can't say, I can afford to get 3, 4, 5 kids. I mean, do you know how hard that is? Like when we were growing up, our parents left to go in. I mean, if our parents are leaving to go to the market or anything like that, they're not like, Amy, make sure you take care of the kids. Oh, mom would just dress well or her lapa tie or hit her and just exit.
I can be back. Oh,
so you know what I'm saying, right? So if I'm talking about Lean Lakbo, and I know Lean just want to start our conversation, you know exactly where I'm going with
that. Lean is right though.
I mean,
poor people are the ones who have more kids.
But it don't make sense. You can be responsible. And the last time I checked, President Joy Manuel, we are there distributing condom like bro, right?
Who was?
I mean,
the one way he was asking, what does it do? Okay, yeah.
Remember that? They into almost 20 of it. But yeah, man, I truly believe that that's some of the problem we have in our country. Look, you can be poor and be making babies.
Family planning, Ray.
Family planning. And back,
I think they have
like, bro,
but they just don't want to go there. And
because you creating more problems, right? You contributing to what are some of the issues facing like bro today, Amy? That prostitution.
But that's how they're getting these babies. And the thing about it is that I worried a lot about sickness and diseases because people feel like those sexual transmitted diseases
I'm gonna tell you right now
doesn't exist. Because if you're just there in a way to behave like just sleeping with anybody and having babies with people that who you don't know, and that tells me that you're not protecting yourself, and that worries me a lot more than the children thing. Because,
but Amy, I can go on a limb right now saying that every girl in Liberia, and I'm not saying look, maybe let me not say every girl in Liberia. Majority of the girls in Liberia, because generalization just sucks. It's never accurate. Majority of the girls in Liberia those that are sexually active, I can almost guarantee you some of them have 6 to 7 sexual partners.
There's still a lot, so I can't something there.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the best happiness is relative. I mean, bro, I agree.
They like person, man.
They like, mama, man. Happiness, look, bro, it's right. Why make me sad? Make another man's happy, and what make me happy makes another man sad. You know, maybe one thing is born in front of baby is being irresponsible if your financial bottom line is not financial bottom lining. You know what I'm saying? You know, to be bringing babies into this world where you don't have adequate support system for them, I think that's irresponsible. But again, man. Some people
that's the white man way of looking at it. So we're not looking at it the African man way.
Just that when some people are happy, they go drink alcohol. When they are sad, they drink alcohol. So either way, you can't
alcohol will be drunk. I'm not getting away. Either way.
You know what I'm saying? So either way, you getting screwed no matter what. And then some people too, when they are stressed, they become more intimate with their partners.
What?
Yeah.
How do you get stressed and think about that? Like, seriously.
Hey, look, man, something got to kill a man. It's almost like, come here. You know, you have a body at work, you come home. You know, but again, man, maybe I'm looking at it from
giving us some testimony here, but that's okay.
Is it true I've become westernized? That, bro, I mean, my man, bro, I'm talking about this thing because this is a reality that is punching me in my head right now, Amy. Like, it is irresponsible.
Are you scared to you want to have one?
Exactly.
Get all of that. Let me slap that fear out of you. Go out there and reproduce.
So I'm telling you, for a man who only got one child in this whole world, one child.
Don't worry, and right? That's gonna be triplets.
And I'm saying this thing, I can only imagine it put like get 3, 4 in America, man. Like, it is not easy.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal.
You know what I mean? And then at this time, with the orange man that we got here, that literally putting stop to all these social services. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm literally counting the years.
You know, defunding all of these things. It is a problem. You know, right now I got money to pay services like, you know, like my daughter care after school program, all of that stuff. But I don't even have the facility because some of the facilities have been shut down because government are not funding these places now.
Right.
You know, right?
I had to reopen, right?
Well, not some of them. And the one that are open, they are overly capacitated. You know, so you like there is no opening now. As a man, I need to go to work, but I have to wait and drop my daughter to school before going to work.
Right.
You know, before I get to work, it's like 9:30. You know, when
you got a long drive too.
Exactly when I should be at work at 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So like you going through all of these things, right?
See, just Moses what's your thing? What you saying?
Exactly, Moses. You see, now I get support. Moses 1199. If you cannot take care of, don't born. They may put in the real colloquial word, do not born.
So what you're saying is that, you know, Ture is I'm not trying to beat anybody up, right? Maybe it's culture. Maybe that's what happened. In our country, I think in our region, we think that we should have these kids, even though we can't take care of them, and then hold family members accountable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're not even helping me. I ain't getting no money, you know. Like, now you be helping me with my children. You gotta make all that money. You're not even like, Jew. That's your responsibility. Why would you be blaming your family member? Like, you know, they feel like these things have to be happening. Like, somebody's supposed to be giving them this. And I'm talking like one of my friends called me. She was telling me how this brother of hers just mind you, he's doing a plumbing business, right? But all he does is just drink, lavish this money. Then he's just having kids, right? Not taking care of them. He had the audacity to come to them and say all his siblings should take one of his kids to risk. I said, nobody had that on a burden already, right? Like, I'm like, who does that anymore? Like you'll have to take everyone you have to take one more of my children. And so that she was like, said I'll break this. I'll go on the radio and go and I said too, so all of people get
I got a Labrador brother in Philadelphia. I'm not gonna call him. That man got 11 kids.
Saying to her, people having these kids, yeah, back home they can't afford it, but then they want to put a responsibility on other people. But the thing is, it's fun to do that, to have them. No, you can protect yourself and still have your fun if that's you. But you have to don't have them and want to put responsibility on other people like they don't have their own problems to deal with already.
Yeah, like I said, I have a brother in Philly here. I'm not gonna call your name. Very popular dude. Dude got 11 kids.
The blood of Jesus.
We're almost like 11 baby mamas.
Yeah, that's nastiness.
You know what I mean?
Straight out nastiness. That's not how God thinks about.
No.
Replenish too.
You know, look, at the end of the day, man, who would have thought that a Mandingo man will be talking about a reproduction issues? You know what I mean? But hey, you have to be responsible, man. I truly believe that, especially in this current climate that we're in right now, children are very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Children are very, very expensive, Amy. Because this is the thing.
I don't know, but I just love them.
Don't get me wrong. I love kids. But I also want them to experience every bit of life experiences that their peers.
But that they didn't experience.
You know what I mean, right? That is so big on me. I want them to play basketball. I want them to play hockey. I want them to play volleyball. I want them to take swimming classes. I want them to take, like all of these things. And these things are not cheap, Amy. You know this.
No, they're not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know this, Amy. Then you compound that, you got all your uncles there and auntie there, like, bro, calling you, Amy, and I easy. My Christmas on you.
See this dude right
here? There you go. Look at that. Look at that facility.
And that's Google's wide receiver there.
You know what I mean? The upcoming wide receiver. The men that coming take Amy. You know what I mean? To the promised land.
The men I'll be making it to throw Amy out of the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me my baby. Move. I'll take the African woman out of here again. Today I'll be on the news every Sunday.
You be what?
I'll be on the news every Sunday.
Oh, but Amy, wait now. You're picking the other picking fan like that. That picking will be a very handsome wide receiver.
What are we talking about handsome there? Let's talk about
exactly, my man. You see, lean like my brother, you know now. But hey,
what Lean said?
Lean said that's what puzzling him. That Mandingo man.
Talking about reproduction.
Hey, look, man. The other Mandingo men are now open. Mandingo men see
Mandingo men that queen Mandingo men.
Bro, lean like my brother. Brother, you guys say you know, man. This country, you want your children to not be behind.
Of course.
You want your children to experience every bit of it, bro. And the money not money. So imagine that if he gets 4.
Damn.
Amy, if he get 4 kids.
I want a 4. I only got
you know the training that
I want triplets though. Right.
Bro, Amy, I play that thing and come from.
I love twins. I want triplets now. 2 girls on the board.
I look at some of my siblings, I be like, Daddy invested more into you than he did to me.
Why is that?
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing that can happen, because almost if you have a scarce resources, you can afford to put all of them in the same situation, then somebody will have to be,
But the first one always get all the attention.
The first one and the middle one.
Now you only have one, right? You pay all this attention to her. When the next one comes, I don't know, because you're doing so much investing in her, with it, unless they with tennis, swimming, and something, and when she's good at it now, and that second one comes, you will not want to just leave her like that. You will want to pay attention to, because she's already something in it and she's good at it. So it would be a difficult situation. And my daughter always says that, right? But these kids always make me feel like I'm 60 years old. To where when I'm dancing, all my daughter can tell me not to dance. That's how I used to do that to my mom. I used to think when my mom was in her 30s, she was old. But anyway, that's the life cycle. It goes around. But my daughter always complains. She said I pay more attention to her brother than I do with her. What happened to your stream?
Sorry. Yeah, I mean it's always the case, right?
So, but I don't understand though, right? I do the same thing with her game thing, but sometimes when it comes to, when I begin, when it double drop or it begin single, so sometimes I have to pick, right?
I said, life not balanced, Amy.
It's not, but we gotta do what it throws at you. But sometimes I have to pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's younger. She's more mature than he is, right? So if I pick to something and then she will get upset. She'll say, "Oh, when it comes to him, everything is something." So I do understand what you're saying, in a way, right? When it comes to that, and so now I try to make her feel like, no, that's not it. But these like linguists that Americanized children or whatever, they're stuck in that, right?
Oh yeah.
When it comes to the why is everything with him, it gotta be this and everything with it. So now we have to be doing, even somebody like all of us gotta go now.
Like gender bias. But oh yeah, of course. Mom always cater to her boys.
The boy is the younger one.
It's always bro. It's always.
You see, my son is gonna be my daughter's age, and
and daddy always look out for his little girls. It's always the kids.
Some daddies.
What I mean? It's always the kids, Amy. So don't even say, oh, because he's the younger one.
No, he is. He
not buying that. Yeah, it could be. I mean, it is. He is the younger one. He is the younger one, but there's always that bias.
He's 5 years older than him.
Mom always look out for the boys. It is what it is. Science will always tell you that. You know what I mean?
Is that true?
And then
y'all are not helping. No, seriously though, he's the.
And then dad will always look out for your girls, no matter what.
How do you? Yeah, some dads. How do you?
If you have to squeeze that in there, huh?
Look at that crunch on everybody. Yeah, but
you got to squeeze that in there.
Like he's the youngest, right? So Lee and Moses and George, this dude is the youngest. If he has to go on a trip and they're both playing sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's running track and something. He's playing basketball and football. Nah, school and these people, I can't do anything for myself, right? So if they both have game at the same time, right? Who would you go with, and who would you let go by themselves? The youngest one or the oldest one?
Obviously, the younger one.
Yeah, He's younger. Like he's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
young.
in that sense, though, it will always be the younger one, right? Because
Yeah,
obviously,
because
like the age differences that you just talk about.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. That's yeah. So you always look at that. You know, let's say when I decide to have another one, there'll be the
That's gonna
huge,
be the same problem
you know,
too.
there'll be the huge gap, right?
Your daughter is what, 7 years old now?
My daughter just turned 7.
Imagine if you have a baby now, she'll be 8. That baby will be what? 1.
Right. You know, so
So you tell me, if it's in that situation, you will always something because she's a little older, she can take care of herself, and then you have the coaches there that know the situation and watching over her, right?
But it still does not negate the fact that you got that extra sauce.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You got that extra sauce for your junior boy. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? It's always, but it's just the parents don't like to admit it. You know, parents will always now want to admit that. And look, and it's a good thing to not admit it, because once you admit it, obviously you just you know what I mean, you just disrupt the whole, you know, dynamics. But yeah, you know, it is there. You know, it's genuine. Like God in heaven, he created every one of us. But he didn't, you know what I mean? He made some boy here really, really big. You know? And made some cool. And made some
I said no new. The boy have been for years.
Damn. I mean, if you see so, but you know how people say people should find joy in all of God's creation, and I truly, truly believe that. I think God is very purposeful. God does not do anything without purpose. Have you seen all of the ugly girls, or at least ugly guys? I mean, I'm speaking from a male perspective because I don't know how ugly guys behave, but I do know how ugly girls behave. And not to say girls are ugly, but it's just like, you know, because, you know, like to use Lynn's like boss. I mean, ugly is relative, you know.
These are last in the eyes of the people.
Yeah, before people start coming for me. But like you.
People start coming for me.
Yeah, because they know that we live in a very sensitive society.
You gotta be politically correct.
Yeah, everything you say, everybody got their share in it. And you have to be very, very careful how you navigate through that. But girls that are, you know, maybe less desirable.
Yeah, you can put it that way, because
they always turn to be the troublemakers. You know what I mean? And you wonder why that is. Well, I tell you why that is. When you among a group of girls and everybody just speaking, like everybody just looking at everybody else but you, then you become.
I would have to make some noise.
Well, guess what? Then your whole rebel instinct kicks in.
Chihuahua syndrome.
Then you become the protector of the whole group. Then you become security agent. Now, if somebody come, if you're gonna go one of your friends, you would just jump out of the woodwork and say, "No, she's not going." You're gonna be like, "Bro, what gave you that?" I mean, it's always the case though. But again, within that sector, there's another person there too, another ugly dude, you know. Not something I should say either. You also live in a very sensitive, you know, society now. When you say ugly dude, people turn to caution certain thing about you. So why are you so particular about God being ugly?
You can't win.
you can't win. I mean, either way, man, you just can't win now. We live in a very like, oh my goodness. I was talking to one of my co-workers about this. So having a conversation, I was like, you know, we were talking about Lila Moses. Less desirable state on call it. The way you see, look. Look, this is so true, man. When you're speaking nowadays, especially some of what I worked in an
inclusive environment.
Amen. Amen. I mean, every time you open your mouth to talk, just know there's a population there that you're gonna offend.
My own places there, QYS, LGB, whatever. I'm not gonna look at a girl, right? And I'm asking you, how do I refer to you? He or she? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, she might get offended if you call her or her. Oh, he might get offended if you say he. He's a man. She's a woman. Like, what the hell? Like, what do you want me to say? It's like they're messing our English, you know, our subject and verb agreement. They're messing with everything now.
Right.
I can't deal with this. I'm looking at a man. What do you want me to say? Oh, well, maybe he might not want to be called a he.
They're creating that. They're creating that where people now.
She might not want to be called a she. You gotta ask people what. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing this.
They're making
a woman like me, and I'm calling her a he. I mean she. No, call on a day. One person day. I'm like, no, that is not what I learned when I was in school. My English teacher did not teach me to call one person They. That's not what that is. But you know, that's my own place there in out there. I just can't wrap my head around. So if you want to be or whatever you want to be, why can't we just keep the pronouns? Why do you have to confuse them on us and be saying something that doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
Now they got everybody now, you know, like how to come up all these pronouns down. You know, like him, his, you know, like, and then you just put your own there. So anybody that come across your email, they say, okay, this guy preferred to be up. You know what I mean?
They asked everyone. I said her, she. When my mommy had me, they said she had a bouncing baby girl, and that's who I still am. Like, okay. I'm like, yeah. Look at me. What do you think I am? Like, I said I'm a her. I'm a she. Don't call me anything other than that. All your news on it. That's what. So, but anyways, like you said, we in a society that, you know, everybody has turned to this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
I mean, look. We live in a very, you know, what do you call it?
Convoluted society now.
Convoluted society where everybody have space and everybody's space should be protected and respected.
See, that's when I miss Africa the most.
You know? Well,
when I had to be dealing with all the complex
because Africa people don't give a fuck about your feelings.
That's what I miss Africa. They'll say, oh, go to the library, go do that. They'll say, but you woman, what am I going?
Africa, when I give a damn about your feelings.
You woman, I mean,
if you look like a woman, you'll be called a woman. If you look like a man, you'll be called a man.
Exactly.
No matter what you do, even you go shave your, you know, as long as your appearance is, you know, or they find any semblance or at least any resemblance of a woman.
You're a woman.
Yeah,
If
you
it
so
works for
that
the duck.
you have no bonding kind of.
We got two pronouns in Africa,
Yeah.
he and she.
America, you call someone he that prefer to be called she, and you get in trouble.
You get in trouble.
You call someone she that prefer to be called he, I mean, you get in trouble. But like, bro, it's a no
You
food
know,
for
these
lazy
days,
man.
like how back then when I was in school, when we used to when your teachers be like, yes sir, yes ma'am, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, yes sir, yes ma'am. So now when I be like, yes, then you don't even know what to say out of your mouth. You like, yes, ma'am. Oh yes, sir. Like you, then you start thinking what to say. Is it in trouble if I say that? Like, it's weird, but it's time. It's time to go back to Marshall territory.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
It's time, Lane. Whoever wants some land in Marshall territory, I gotta let me know. I got some land. Still got some land.
Yeah,
Nobody bother the monkeys there. Please don't bother the monkeys that cross the river. Leave it alone. I know that's across the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one's trying to create another planet of the apes. Please leave those monkeys alone. Let them stay in there. I saw the monkeys when I was across I always say across the street across the water. Anyway, in there, I'm like, wow. And I'm sitting there thinking that what if those monkeys try to cross that water to come on the other side? Then what do we do?
Yeah. I mean, we
Hopefully
just.
they don't like water. Hopefully they don't like to swim. Right?
Speaking of swimming, I don't swim.
I hope the monkeys are like you too. Because I always think about Planet of the Apes. And my river view is right across that stuff to river. But for some reason I got a weird feeling about it. Thinking the thing will be swimming while I'm sleeping. And they can't do.
Maybe let me not even say that publicly before someone push me in a pool.
You gotta be kidding me! Did you just think about that? Who want to do
What
that?
about it, man? It's like I don't even know, man. I think Amy, it's time for the end of the show.
You scared?
It seems like I feel like we. We have gone all off script for almost 1 hour.
Yeah. We
just freestyling.
Well, listen. So today, I don't know if you had a topic. We
literally just talk about what happened today and
yeah. But before we go, Ture, did you play that stuff with the throwbacks?
The throwbacks or what?
Okay, let me try and play.
You got it? Yeah, play it. Let's see.
So let me do a little throwback fun.
It's like not kill myself, oh. I'm not kill myself, oh. This life, I'm not kill myself, oh. No, allow me to flex, oh.
Ture, are we on commercial break?
It means made now. Anything goes now, mama.
Oh, we on commercial break here. Ture is trying to wait, let's get this. What am I doing? Check this out. Okay. Let's go here. Here we go. I saw this thing. I think this is my first time seeing anything. I laughed. I couldn't laugh anymore. That's it. Looting on industrial skills.
Oh, Prof. Lumumba.
This is what this is. Can you see it, Ray?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay, let's hit it.
Throughout the country. It's not something where you say, I will use this for you to be able to contribute to what the budget or whatever.
No,
It's
Mr. Managing
He's
not asking you whether you make contribution to the budget.
So
Mr. Managing Director,
He said out of 39%, you only got 15
you got only
running. The other
15 running.
24 down.
The other 24
That's why he's
down.
asking you.
Say you've been running the buses the time all were running. You're only using the proceeds therefrom for operational costs without planning to procure new buses on your own. Question.
we're using it, like I told you, we get in a year, all along the period of the year, we get for fuel, for operation and lubricants, the highest we ever got it was, I think, 300,000.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So what is it?
You said under the 2023 fiscal budget, you have not received a dime.
Yeah.
Under the 2022 fiscal budget, did you receive a dime?
Yeah, but I think the budget was 180,000 or so. I didn't.
We don't want to pass the budget.
Yeah.
On the budget, when it says fiscal upturn, it means the thing that was projected, it was realized and delivered. I have the budget here, the national budget, 2023 national budget, which also has recording of the fiscal upturn for 2022. Here where it says, in 2022, this legislature passed 2 million 100,000 for MTA.
100% I disagree.
You disagree with the national budget?
But that's what we got.
No, this is what you got. That's what we appropriate for you.
Yeah, but that's what we got.
Yes, sir. For you, MD.
Yes, sir.
Possible.
I'm speaking from the national budget, not draft, printed, approved. In the budget, those of you who know about budgeting, when it says fiscal upturn, it means that the one that was generated and delivered. The projection, the estimate is there, and fiscal upturn is also there.
Is that 2022 you're talking about?
I'm talking, this is 2023. 2023 is giving us update for 2022 plus 2023. The reason I ask you is because I don't want to believe that we are putting all this money in MTA and you are on oath to say you are not receiving it. And in the budget, the president and his minister of finance are reporting to us that you're receiving the money because they generated it. And you are on oath. In the national budget, 2022, we appropriated 2.1 million for MTA. And the fiscal author says MTA received 2.1 million. In this fiscal budget, this current 2023 budget, the legislature budgeted, as was presented by the executive, 1.8 million.
Can you imagine?
For MTA. Out of which MTA is using 1.4 million for salary expense and 329,000 for
that kind of thing I can
goods and services.
Dog. For real.
So the 1.8 million we gave you, you're using 329,000 for goods and services. 1.4 million for your salaries. Why are you not purchasing? Why are you prioritizing? What constitutes goods and services? In the procurement of goods and services, are you considering purchasing buses?
With 300,000?
Let me tell us on the oath that the president and the finance minister, that they lied. That they received the money for MTA and did not deliver because this is the national budget printed under the authority of the president, passed by the legislature, approved. Are you saying to us on an oath that you did not receive 2 million under the 2022 budget? Question.
They don't have to put me on the spot.
Are you saying on an oath that this budget the president signed, approved,
And they make it answer that because they may have to stay
under the
alive.
authority of the president by the Minister of Finance? Are you saying that NTA did not receive 2 million in 2022 under the national budget? Question.
He just told you.
Well, when you say because there was, I think last year we had the Ministry of Finance wanted to allocate 10 buses for NTA. So I don't know whether that is inclusive in that.
He just damaged my phone.
Budget you told.
Mr. MD.
No, but you got to be.
The Minister of Finance not giving you money, and you coming across as being grossly incompetent, and then you come here, you want to defend them for the sake of the politics.
Yeah.
You doing it to your reputation, and you will be held liable by the Senate. We passed a budget. The budget projected and appropriated 2 million in 2022 for MTA. And the budget report for fiscal year says you got 2.1 million as was passed. Did he receive that money as an entity? Question. What makes it difficult to answer?
Now you looking drunk now.
Y'all know anything that y'all need to say? The money, the MD hiding anything that y'all need to say? Speak up.
Honorable,
No.
it's difficult to determine that based on the fact that you have to subtract salary out of that amount.
But you pay your own salary under you.
No,
You pay your own salary for your revenue. Are you saying yes?
No, we have portion of our employees.
Did you say that, madam? Hold on. Did you say that? And there were portion of the salary being paid by government, and the salary director there, you paying them for your intake?
Yeah.
Who then said it?
I said that we have in-house employees.
Mr. JJ, the tabulation you did with respect to the 3 million she said coming in, did she not say the director then paid for that?
Yeah, the director paid them for that.
So then what were you talking about now?
What I'm trying to say is, you have to subtract the NTA employees out of the 2 million. Honorable Senator just mentioned. So when you subtract that, the difference there is what is left for, like you said, goods and services and operational costs.
So come on. Your budget for salary in 2022 was 1.4 million. Your budget for salary in 2023 is 1.4 million. In 2022, if you took 1.4 million from 2 million, 2.1 million, you will be left with 700,000. The president and the finance minister said the money we approved or appropriated to make the MTA functional and including your salary, the money was generated and provided to you. Fiscal autumn. The question, which is simple, did he receive 2.1 million? The question.
This is it. People were paid for the year.
Your budget
we cannot be able.
Did you receive your budget for last year, 2022, 2.1 million? How you broke it down, we'll calculate later. Did you receive 2.1 million as an entity?
No, it's not a yes and no question. You know the reason why it's not a yes and no.
It is.
Honorable?
No. Wait. We ask the questions and you answer. You don't question us. Let me finish. Neither do you argue with us. And the general questions are simple. The reason you're having difficulty answering is because the questions are factual. They you or they you not. When we say you, not you as an individual, we're talking about the entity.
Honorable Samuel Tuan, the president, they are saying in the budget telling us that you got this amount of money in the budget. Are they lying or you got that money?
You just make it worse.
Yes or no? So don't say
the reason why I said that, Honorable, is finance will have to go and do their own calculation to determine how much will receive. It's hard.
Honorable Senator.
Mr. MP.
Yes, sir.
We're going.
That makes you say I did not receive the money and go straight to the airport.
You can't tell me, and then hearing that 2022, you don't know whether you know your budget for 2022. What was MTA budget in the national budget for 2022?
Honorable Senator.
Yes, sir.
What I want to say is that I got a call from my deputy that you wanted.
I spoke to you.
Yeah, I called you. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But you told me yesterday that I had to come today, so I didn't have no time to prepare myself, me and my team.
Okay.
You understand me?
So
I was taken by surprise. Yes, sir.
You want time?
I was taken by surprise.
No, I won't speak it.
Yes,
You say you want time.
Yes, sir.
To prepare yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will give you that time. I thought we addressed this issue today.
Oh my goodness, this is hilarious.
That is seeing people, George of all people, my own man George is telling us, after seeing all of these things, that we should give these people another 6 years. Amen. Amen.
They do. First of all,
get him $500,000.
Exactly. Not even $500,000
are appropriated. That is ridiculous, bro.
2.1 million, and you want to give this man 300,000, and he said it clearly, and But then when said I didn't start pushing this issue, and I said the way I go to the minister asking me why I gotta talk. He said, then he look over like somebody please help me. That was too funny.
Help me. Somebody help me. I got a flat tire. Remember the goggles? Goggle insurance commercials.
Somebody so this is what when we said something like these people destroy the country, and then like you said, George didn't want to come. How did it destroy the country? How did it? These are some of the ways.
Look at that thing.
When Muma said that industrial, looting on industrial skills. That's
$50,000. What a man got to do?
Yeah.
Hey man. They come and bring up
MTA. No one know about the MTA because when the manager, deputy manager, or whatever, when we had here, he said they only met one bus running.
One functioning bus. And that bus are not even running.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because they were not giving they were putting the money in the budget, but they were not giving it to them.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this throwback video show us exactly some of the things that's been going on. Yeah, and that was just some of the tease, but at the end of the night to. But yeah, that those are some of the ways, right? Our culture has been destroyed. Like almost $2 billion out of in depth with nothing tangible to show. This is it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
But yeah, we had a great show. We freestyle.
Lean like what a New York Jets fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we get?
I get.
We talking about here. We get. What do you mean?
When Lean like what come and explain out on we get.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
No, maybe you might have heard someone speak bad English or something like that.
Oh, probably in the video.
Yeah, in a video, something like that. But Lean, my man, Lean looked like a New York Jets fan, not even New York Football Giant. Either way, they both stink.
Where is Lean? Lean, where do you? Is he in North Carolina?
I think Lean should be. I mean, I'm not gonna call where I really think he is.
Why not?
due to security reasons.
Oh, please, Judah, because you don't know.
Well, the man I got a message a Giant fan. So if you know Lean is a Giant fan, then you just do the math now. If you know the American, come on, Amy. I used to do the math. But you know, we do have some Cowboys fans in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And they're not even born in Dallas or they have not even been there. But they've
not even been to Texas.
Exactly.
But people just like teams. I don't think they have to be.
No, you know, sometimes
Ben Stiller? No kidding.
Lean for real? Wow.
Lean PA.
If you really look at a lot often, right? If you look at people that are
Lean, you need to be there with Touré.
Wow. But then Lean, my man, you know, I work in Lanham, PA.
Yeah. Touré working in Lanham.
That's not far from Ben Salem at all. I'm even trying to move there because of my, because of the distance I got to drive to go to work. But I was like, I'm so used to Deco, man. I'm still used to Deco. I mean, even though now all of the things that
Delaware.
I mean, we still got access to our Philly pretzels. You know what I mean? Our Wawa. I actually went to I saw Wawa. Where did I see Wawa? Because Wawa only used to be in Pennsylvania. It actually started in it started in Glenville.
Yeah, they don't have Wawa here. I'll tell you what they got here.
They got what? They got 7-Eleven there, I bet.
Yeah, they do. They got what's the place name?
That's right, Lean, my man.
They got Kroger. They got Kroger.
They got what? Coconut?
Kroger or Kroger or something like that. Then they got instead of ShopRite, they got HEB. They got yeah.
But you know, everything America started on the East Coast.
Every state has their own something. But you know, Walmart is everywhere. Walmart is in every state. You can't beat that one.
Save money, live better, Walmart.
I don't know about that anymore.
Save money, live better, Walmart.
All these is in every state too, right?
The only store I missed was Models.
Ben forget about Models. There's Sporting Goods.
Go to Moe's. You gotta go to Moe's.
Well, they got Dick's, right?
Then they got Dick's Sporting Goods.
Models and Dick's.
Gotta go to Moe's. Gotta go to Models. Gotta go to Moe's.
Well, I was in Florida. Okay.
Oh, Wawa in Florida. Okay. Yeah. Wawa in Florida. Lean said good night because you guys are just...
we better go to.
Yeah, Lean, my man. Always pleasure hanging out with us, bro. We appreciate you.
I feel a lot better today from the cold.
And the only reason why I'm still Leah or Amy up to this time because I don't work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is fine.
So I feel much better today. Yesterday it got worse, so I didn't come out.
Just serve my Lord.
I just played a video, and for the past 2 days I was really down under the weather. I was shivering. I was cold. Like I said, I couldn't come on. And Touré did not make it his duty either, y'all. So we left y'all hanging. But yeah.
Apologize, guys.
I'm doing better today. So we're here chit-chatting.
And not easy. You know, so sometimes life gets really, really we actually is out. We try to be here. We really try to be here all the time.
Yeah,
people won't know, man. Life sometimes.
And I heard my story. I got 2 kids to pick from when they're doing sports at the same time. So sometimes when I have like tonight, I'm even amazed that I'm on this show. My son had a practice tonight, and then my daughter had her track parents meeting, right? So I drop into the practice. I left him there with his friends and the dad. And then I went to the meeting, right? And then when the meeting was over, I went back to the football field to go pick him up. So I stayed there for like 30 minutes before the game. I mean, before the practice was over, and I had yeah. So, and I made it on here. So
you did. You were such a trooper.
Yeah, pray for me, y'all.
You always.
I'm trying. It's a new thing for me, but I know I got this. God got me. That's all I can say, right? By the grace of God, I'll be all right. Yep. Good night, y'all. Thank you so much.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Moses Paulie. Good night, Ling. Good night, brother Newe from Louisville, Kentucky. Ling is a Giant fan. So sucks to be him. I can't be in Ben selling and he's supporting a Giant, bro. Come on.
These are get kicked out. We do the same to New York.
George Wheeler, what's up, my guy? Yeah, man. Everybody, man. Always appreciate you guys kicking it with us. Be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
God's willing.
And, we'll get back to it, man. Thank you so much, Amy.
Thank you so much, you guys. Continue to share the show, please. So, and please let us all stay away from the tribal and religion thing, and let's deal with every Liberians in a way that from what they have done, and by their character and stuff like that, religion and tribes and stuff. It had destroyed our country before, and we don't want to go back down that road. Talk to people who doing something wrong. Let it be. Don't mention that tribe as if it's the whole group that doing it. That doesn't sound right or sounds civilized. And please, journalists, then do some. I hope you whoever. I don't even know who that guy was, but I hope he watched that and see how ridiculous he sounds and never do that again, because you being journalists, as they call them, the watchdogs of society.
Right.
That is not what watchdogs do to be, I don't know, I'm going to say tribalistic or whatever it is.
To be inciting.
Yeah.
But not knowing that you are inciting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing it out of ignorance, right?
Yeah, they probably don't know that there are certain things you can't.
Because you can't environment too, right? Sometimes you gotta understand it too. Until you can get them out of that environment, right? They won't know how weird and some of the things they say sounds, so they get out of there.
That's true, but a rule of a government, a journalist, obviously we always got this that
he's ought to know more, right?
Obviously it sells when it bleeds. They believe in this sensationalized, outburst, for it to sell. Positivity in media don't sell that much, but negative.
Oh, we see that on these social medias. How many people come here to come watch you and myself talking, right? About positive things. But let Touré and Amy be going at it right now, be insulting each other. And be each other. You see how many people will be watching us.
We will be the best people, all funneling with lies and try to sensationalize the news. Trying to fabricate story on somebody. We are not here to tarnish people's reputation on lies and innuendos. We don't do that.
That's right, y'all. So let us all, go share the show, and let us all try to be, do what we all need to do to bring Liberia to where we want it to be. It's all of our responsibility. Whether you're commenting or coming up here to join us or whatever, we appreciate you. And Lane, likewise, is always a trooper. He always educates us on a lot of stuff here.
No, he is.
We're talking about, we don't even know. And
the guy's very smart.
You, bro. Yeah. Thank you so much. And let's do this again tomorrow, guys willing. With that, we say good night and have a great rest of your